What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we got the Pure Arts liquid chrome version of their T-1000. I did opt for the deluxe version. The deluxe includes this hand, with his finger extended, because he used that to kill some people throughout the movie. And I do like that. I think it adds quite a bit to the concept. So, the deluxe costs like $650. The normal's like $550. So, it's about $100 more, but I do think it's worth it because it does change the aspect of this piece quite a bit. Now, I owned the colored version before. I actually got that for free as like a promo from Pure Arts. This one I just paid for. But the nice thing is when I added it to the cart and I didn't buy it, a few days later they emailed me a 5% off coupon. So I was able to save like $40, which I'll take it. Better than saving nothing. So here, it took about a week, came from Quebec, Canada to good old Utah. Just wanted to show you comparison here and how it looks if you had displayed it on the shelf. Now, I will be wall mounting it right there. That's kind of my vision, to have each of the Pure Arts wall mounted. And it kind of resembles as well a more battle damaged version of the character. If you think about it, these are both semi-battle damaged. Arnold with all that. Him, he has a few like gunshots. And then we go here, it's the full-blown endo. So it's just like what Arnold would be without any skin. And then this is him in the full liquid chrome getting shotgunned in the face, his most damaged point. And so I think, it just transitions really well. And then down low is going to be full liquid chrome 1/3 where you see the box. Arnold clean and the endoskeleton. And that kind of represents Terminator 1-ish. For me as well. Because technically this is from Terminator 1, I believe. Or is it 2? I swear it's 1. Anywho, let's check this guy out, because I've never seen this one in person. I had the colored one. Now, overall, I liked the colored one. However, it felt cartoony. It did have, like, what looked like a glass eye, which was awesome. And it overall was good. But when you see it next to silicone, it just did not come out as good as I wanted. Where this, being all chrome, it's not as cartoony, and so that's why I opted for this one. Sorry about that noise. My guy I work with at work was messaging me. We just did a demo for a big deal, pretty big deal, and I'm hoping to close it by next month. Anywho, so let's dive in a little deeper. So this is basically just all one color, except for the hand, which does have some blood on it, like he just killed someone. But let's dive a little bit deeper. You can see a lot of good texture work here in like the outfit. Previously the other one was just like painted like that. It's definitely very shiny. You can see the police officer, Los Angeles logo, and like that looks good. And the Austin, where's the Austin? Oh, I can't see it. Could have swore maybe it's underneath that. But like here's the shirt, some more gunshot wounds. So 2 gunshot wounds and the rest just kind of looks like it's melted in. And the back is completely chromed as well. That hole right there is where it's going to be able to go, wall mounted. Instead of the hand facing this way, I can have it facing this way, which I might do just considering the location of it. If I have the hand forward, I feel like it will be blocking his face, but I will try it both ways. Also, check out that red Sony logo I got to match that display. Haven't showed that yet. Now, when touching this, I find it best to use some of these fancy gloves they give you, just because this is fingerprint prone. Like you touch it, your fingerprint's on it, then you gotta use a little microcloth to remove it. So definitely be careful with that. It does include this little fancy thingamabob to go ahead and wall mount it, so I'll wall mount that bad boy. It is pretty heavy. It's definitely heavier than that one. When I installed that one, I only used 2 of the screw thingies, which I do have it. I'll be doing a short on this, but I just got this. It's an electric screwdriver. Check this out. Because I'm sick of using it by hand, so I picked this up. And I used to have a drill, but it died, and I don't really need a full-blown drill. Yeah, and so I'll be using this to wall mount. I'm going to use all 3 simply due to the weight. This thing weighs probably 20 pounds. You know, like it's a chunky guy. Definitely heavier than that. That was not too bad. You know, like the base is kind of hollowed out. The mass doesn't weigh a ton. It's probably, you know, 10 pounds, where this is at least double the weight. You know, but like I said, I think overall it's going to look really cool right there. So I'm going to go ahead and wall mount it right now. Overall, you know, it does look good. I think, you know, between this and the colored. Alrighty, folks, so these don't have the exact same size bases, so that base is longer than this one. But my goal was to get the eyes the same level, and he actually is angled slightly down, so he benefits from being slightly taller. But the eye is right there, and so I got the eyes aligned. It's also, you know, basically in the middle of these shelves. That was kind of the idea. So I think it's in a good spot. I haven't put that on just yet. That's only done via magnet, and it weighs quite a bit. To be honest, I'm a little scared of putting it up there and having it just drop, you know, but I haven't heard of anyone having issues. But, you know, especially when I have like a 1/3 statue and a silicone bus underneath, like $7,000 worth underneath, just a little scared that might fall. I actually did have one issue. This piece right here came unglued, and I glued it back, but yeah, it did just completely just come off. Which is weird because it's not hot in Utah right now. But yeah, it's kind of nice thing about this one. It's kind of like it's coming out of the wall, you know, being that liquid chrome. But just check that out so far. It is a shame we have a couch here. If I didn't have a couch, goodness, you'd get better angles. Unfortunately, we do need this couch, folks. Don't suggest put it away. Sit in this thing 10 hours a day. Yeah, that's kind of the look, though, to show you guys. And we are going to get a Cyberdyne gray and silver, similar to that, slightly smaller than that. And I'm going to place it right there. I think that will look good. You know, so yeah, this works. Let's go ahead and put this on. I'm going to try both ways. And whichever way feels magnet safer is probably how I'll do it. But it can go two different routes. So, you know, I think it did feel a little stronger going this way than like that way. But let's go ahead and test that out. Alrighty, folks. So I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm not going to be displaying the hand on this because that magnet is not strong enough. Now, right now it's holding. But if I touch it, even like the slightest breeze, that will fall off. And I'm scared to death it's going to fall off any second right now. And when you angle it this way, it doesn't hold even a little. It's a really bad job for the wall mount. I think the only way I'm going to keep it up here is if I permanently glue it in. Because even using a putty wouldn't be sufficient. And if I use my other putty that's really strong, it's going to strip the paint. So it might just be best to glue it in. Otherwise, if I even bump into this wall, it's going to fall. Like, let's say I accidentally bumped into that wall or I'm dusting. I think even the air would be sufficient enough to have that fall down. Like, I don't want to really show you guys, but literally, if I just touch it like that, this will instantly fall down. And this way, it doesn't hold. You know, it's like, it doesn't hold. You can see that? It doesn't hold. So it's probably best to not display this simply because the magnet is not strong enough. And it took me, you know, it's like, it's just barely, it's a very weak magnet. It's not enough to hold this, and this weighs probably 4 to 5 pounds. I really like it with it, but I mean, like, Jupiter's freaking cock. You know, it's like, yeah, it's holding, but if I even blow on this, it's going to fall. It's really risky, you know, really, really risky. You know, so I could just display it, you know, right there, because technically that is that hand. I was thinking of potentially just displaying it down there, you know, and having the 1/3 right here. It is just simply too weak of a magnet. They really should have did for the deluxe version a peg for those who wanted to wall mount it. I've seen people wall mount it with this, but dude, I'm telling you now, when I put it up and I touched it, just like with the other one, it fell off every single time. So that means if I just hit the wall or I'm dusting with my air dryer, instant fall off every time. It's extremely dangerous considering I have a $5,000 silicone bust underneath, and I'll have a $2,000 1/3. So if that hand was to fall, that hand would break, and it would break my 1/3. So I just don't think it's worth it to risk that unless I permanently glue that in, you know. And I'm talking my this glue right here, the Zap-A-Gap, which if I ever had to remove it, it's definitely going to strip the paint. You know, so it's just like, what do you guys think? Those who own this, is yours also similar where if you just look out, it falls off and it can't be displayed the other way when it's wall mounted? Wall mount has one option. The other one does work if it's, you know, standing up straight. You can angle it like this. But when it's wall mounted, as you saw, zero chance. It never once held when I tried it multiple times. I do want that finger up. Dang it. That's the whole reason I bought the exclusive. Had I known this, I probably wouldn't have bought the exclusive. It's still a cool hand, you know, and I could display it like that, you know, directly underneath it. But it is a sham that I feel like Pure Arts kind of cheaped out in the way they did this. Just a magnet for a wall mount? Dude, who in the effing engineering thought that would be a good idea? It should have been, 1, a stronger magnet, 2, a giant metal peg going into it. You know, like maybe a peg right here and have it peg in with a magnet. Yeah, there's the Austin logo. But yeah, that is just way too weak. I wonder if there's a workaround around this, because it is just simply a weak magnet. Like, it's not super strong. You know, like I have heads that go into statues that are far stronger. You know, like this magnet should be so strong that the moment I put it near, it's pulling it, and I have to pull for my life to get it off. Like the Prime 1 Rotunda T-Rex, that tail magnet is stupid strong. This, pathetic, especially considering they want you to wall mount this. So for that reason alone, I give this piece a 6 out of 10. I think Pure Arts failed this city and deserves to be shot in the chest by the green arrow. It's still a cool piece. I don't regret it. I just wish they engineered this better for wall mounting. I do like it wall mounted. I think it looks really cool wall mounted. Just, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be using that hand. Just no effing way. Maybe I should just return it and buy the regular. Save myself the money. I don't know. I like this hand, and it's still cool even right there. It's like a companion to this bust, you know? I could try to wall mount it near this bust. Even still, that, you know, it's like, do I really have to wall mount this? It's like, good God, folks, why can't this just work? What do you think? Should I glue it in? I mean, I don't know if I'd sell it. Gluing it in might be the best option if I want to have it wall mounted. Just use a bunch of Zap-A-Gap, hold it in for like a good minute, and that will hold it. It will secure it in. It will never fall. You know, the head goes in via a rod, so it sits in. There's no worries of the head falling off. They definitely did a good job in the head looking like it's part of it. You know, it doesn't look like, you know, what would be like a giant seam or something like that. Let me know what you guys think. Should we glue it in and just consider we never resell it? If we resell it, we tell the person, hey, when I remove this hand, it's going to strip the paint. Granted, you could put the hand back and it'll cover it, you know. And it's not like this is a super expensive piece. It's not like I'm, you know, gluing a $5,000 bust. It's a $600 statue. So I think I may just glue it in so we can have that hand. Because like I said, magnet's not strong enough. So shame on you, Pure Arts. I'm going to email them about this and be like, hey, your magnet's too weak. It doesn't hold. In addition, the other part, glue, came off. So I'm going to email them about this. Maybe they'll check out my video, because Pure Arts, you should have engineered this better. Do not use magnets for a wall mount. That's a horrible idea. You know, because if we wall mount this above other statues, which generally most collectors do, and it falls on our other statues, not only is that part destroyed, but you destroyed the statues underneath, which is something I cannot risk. So most likely, I'm going to Zap-A-Gap this shiz, because I do not trust it. I do not. Not even a little. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.